Hello, welcome to our introductory video for the Master in International Economics and Business. I'm Johann Graf Lambsdorff, I'm a professor in economic theory and I'm your study program coordinator.
Hi everybody, my name is Katharina Werner. I'm an assistant professor at the chair of Johann Graf Lambsdorff, and I often organize social events and help the students with their orientation.
And lots of research, certainly.
Of course.
What is always the fun part of what we do.
Yeah, speaking of research, first of all, we would like to introduce you the professors that you are going to work with if you apply for our program. So let us introduce, first of all, Michael Grimm, who has the chair for development economics. So he runs a lot of interesting research in developing countries. Then there's Harry Haupt, who has the chair for statistics and data analytics. So you will learn all the courses in econometrics and in interesting methods with him.
Next is Stefan Bauernschuster, who has the chair in public economics, and he does lots of field experiments. So collecting data in the field and finding out something in the areas of, well, public economics. So that's health, that's education, and the last one also as well, similarly important as all the other ones, is Sebastian Krautheim, who is responsible for international economics. So when it comes to issues of international relations, trade, multinational firms, so that is his area. And and by the way, we in economic theory, we run lots of experiments which are more than focused on the lab. So we look at how people behave in more artificial environments in the lab in order to find out, to get a deep insight into some theories of economic behavior, apart also from lots of macroeconomic topics that we cover at my chair. Now, basically, what are the reasons for you to choose our master program? First of all, we have economics with a focus on the global economy. So lots of international issues are relevant. International trade, international finance, international issues of governance, institutions and developments. And when you have a look at what type of research we do, you will find that we are pretty strong in empirical research. So the various areas of experiments and field studies and statistics. This is our strength.
But in addition to all the economics classes that are the focus of this program, you can also select some additional courses in business administration. So for example, concerning international transactions, or many courses in finance in particular. And then, which is also quite special about our program, you can also add some self-selected courses from other faculties. So if you, for example, are interested in intercultural things, cultural cooperation, or in political science, you can add some classes from there.
One nice thing is that our study program is well recognized. So we obtained a very good ranking, or actually we obtained repeatedly a very good ranking in the CHE Hochschul ranking. So as compared to many other universities in Germany, we really belong to the top programs that are offered in the area of economics. So that should motivate you to come to us. And apart from that, we certainly have many other reasons why our students are so satisfied with our course. And that is, we have pretty seminar-style types of learning. So you will learn in small groups. And you will not have courses with 100 students sitting around, but we will always be in a very interactive style with you.
Yeah, and this is very nice because you will always have very close contact with all your lecturers. So we as lecturers will know most of your names or all of your names, and you will know each other and will know us very well. So it's more like a family style. And we also often organize social events, like having a barbecue together in the summer, or going to a pub crawl, or having some mulled wine in the winter, or doing some small hikes. So it's really a nice community. And then in addition, for new students, we have a mentoring system where we ask more advanced students to be a mentor for one of the new students. So they will help you in the beginning with selecting your courses or any questions you might have about the program.
We focus on face-to-face studies, so we want you to be here in Passau. We once in a while offer also online modules, but they will rather be the exception. Sometimes they can help you, assist you as a complementary input into the course of studies, but being here and exchanging directly face-to-face, this is what we want it to be. Now, when it comes to the occupational field, you should know that economics is not so much focused on a very particular type of job position. Rather, you as an economist, you tend to be open to various fields and positions. So that can be positions in banking, in insurance, but also in medium-sized enterprises. In fact, here around Passau, there are many medium-sized companies that are actually focused on being world leaders in a very narrow area. And some of our students tend to work there. Particularly, you need an international orientation to work in such a company. Then there are others who go into consulting or into public and international organizations.
And we hold very close contact with our former students. So for us, it's always really nice to find out what they ended up doing. And we know that, as Johan already said, many work in insurance companies or in public organizations. And we know that many of them later pursued an academic career. So many did a PhD either in economics, but some also ended up in a PhD program in business administration or political science.
Now, there's one thing you should know about the occupational field. Economists have one of the lowest unemployment rates in Germany. So our philosophy is that you start with a study program without worrying about your future job. Rather, study this by looking for the courses that interest you the most. Find your profile, find your focus, and just don't worry about what you will do with this later on, because that will be solved when the time comes, when you're done with a master. Telling you a little also about our international orientation, it will be important for you to recognize where all the applications come from. So in 2021, we had 365 applications. So that is very much, by far beyond our capacity. And we do have a pretty stringent and clear selection process. So there is a first stage where you are judged only according to the diploma and the courses that you had. And we had to reject 218 among all these applications in the first stage. And then we have the second stage, which consists of an interview. So you will be invited via a video conference to present, to answer some questions, to make a short presentation. And we rejected another 95 here. So the process is very strict. And overall, in this year, we then accepted 52. And among these 52, about half of them then enrolled. Others had certainly difficulties making travel arrangements, getting the visa done in time, or maybe they had another university where in the end they find they are maybe better than we, which I doubt, but maybe they found something that was more that fitted their tastes even better than our program, which is a fair thing because we are in a competitive process. But as you can see here, overall, although we had 365 applications overall, we bring it down to a cohort strength of about 25 students per year, which is the nice atmosphere that we really like it to be. Kati, anything to add here on this slide?
You can see here in this nice graph that it's also very international. So in addition to having a very small group and having this family style, it's a really nice mixed international cohort, which makes it a fantastic atmosphere. So if you just discuss in groups about macroeconomics and people have their backgrounds from their country, or in classes about corruption, it's always very fascinating to have people from Uzbekistan, Turkey, from all kinds of countries. But also, of course, if you meet in the evening and have drinks or cooking events, it's nice. And I think that's what makes our program really unique.
So we should tell you something about the various modules that we offer without going into detail. But what you should know is that we are starting with some core courses, and it's so the first semester is reserved largely for the core courses, but certainly you are free to take these courses sometimes also in the third semester and find your focus also in the other areas. So the core courses, they will be taught by these 5 chairs which are mostly involved into the program. So these are courses then on advanced macro, advanced micro, methods in econometrics, micro development, economics, natural and field experiments, fundamentals of international trade. So they introduce you to the core areas of the various chairs which are mostly responsible. And then we have the many courses in advanced methods, in global economy, international trade and finance, in governance, institutions and development. And these will be your main areas. And then you are free to get a little input also from business, where you can earn a maximum of 20 credit points in business. Sort of find the courses that suit you best. We are not the type of study program that is best suited if you're interested in marketing or in management. This is not our area. We are sort of, as economists, we have a different focus. So if you're interested in that, have a look at different study programs. But you will find business courses in the areas of finance, of organization, that are very often complementary to what we offer as economists. Then you're free to add another foreign language. So you should be advanced in a certain area and seek to build on that. And in the end, you will write your master thesis. So you will observe this is way too much, which gives you the opportunity to pick according to your interests and to your focus. Kati, anything to add on this more complicated slide?
No, I mean, I would say it looks complicated now, but it's very simple, in fact. We don't have a very complicated and bureaucratic system that makes it hard for you to fulfill all the needs. But you can mainly choose quite freely. Of course, we would recommend that you do some advanced methods quite early in the beginning of your program to give you all the tools that you need for the other classes in statistics, econometrics, yeah.
Kati, maybe you say a word on the one course that you're responsible for on experimental economics.
Yeah, that's of course a really nice class in which you learn the methods to run your own lab or lab in the field experiments. So a prerequisite is to have attended the behavioral game theory before, because you first need to know about the standard games that you can use, but then you can come up with your whole own research project. You create your own research question, start from scratch, and then develop your own project. And it's a lot of work, but people usually like it a lot because it's really their own thing, their own project. And often people then add on it and write a master thesis on a related topic and run their own experiments again.
When we look at the way our students find their orientation, I think it quite often happens that their mentor helps them a little find the focus, find how their interest is best adapted to what we offer. And some of our students, they go into the experimental area, others go into the macroeconomic area, others go more into finance questions, international finance, corporate finance, others go into development and governance. So you will have to focus at some stage, but you will also be free to look into the different areas first before you decide. So you don't have to make up your mind up front. And as Kati just mentioned, we don't have bureaucratic hurdles. We don't want you to have a close look at all the examination regulations. You should just attend the courses that you like, and the system is very flexible. So you should prioritize according to your own orientation without any prior registration or anything like that. So whenever you like a course, you will find you will write the final exam, or maybe some further assignments, maybe midterm exams, group work, or whatever, and then you just collect ECTS credit points across these 4 semesters. It happens quite often for students who come from abroad that they need a little time to adjust. This was our experience, that sometimes it takes you 1 semester where you don't earn the 30 credit points that you're supposed to earn, but very often these students, they excel once they are past the 2nd, the 3rd semester, right? Yes,
that's true. It's often very fascinating even to see how they develop after a while. And yeah, I think the German university system is quite unique and peculiar. So there are some things that you need to get to know and need to adjust to, but don't worry if you struggle in the beginning.
And for that reason in particular, you should know that we have 4 semesters, plus there are 2 more semesters that you can use up for actually finalizing the master program. You will observe that even if you fail an exam at some stage, you don't really have to worry about that, because you can either repeat that and repeat it as often as you like to, or you maybe even drop this course altogether if you didn't like it. So there is no bureaucratic hurdle that you have to worry about. Your job is only to collect the credit points from whatever course you really like.
And there's also a nice thing in the end. If you have some grades that you were not so satisfied with, you can in the end delete up to 2 grades of 2 courses. So that is in the end really nice to polish your
polish, GPA. Yeah, that's the right word. So we are done with the video. We would like to invite you to see also a second film, which contains some testimonials of our students, and we're looking forward to your application.
Yeah, and please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions.
Thank you.